Hi there. In this video, we're going to look at extracting columns from a table inside Power Query. So to start off with, we're in extracting table elements.xlsx, and we're in the total sales sheet. Here's the data we're going to work with. Let's click on it. It's already an existing query, so this should have opened up. If not, you could head to Power Query and click on the Show Pane button. So this is query grab total sales. Let's right click on it and hit Edit. Okay, this is going to seem a bit, maybe academic isn't the right word. You're not going to be able to use this practically for a little while, but it's important that you get this concept down because it does help you do a lot of very powerful things later on. So what we're going to do is we're going to extract just the total sales column from this table, right? So we've got this entire table, and let's just say the only thing we're interested in is the information here in total sales. So what we're going to do is let's head over to View. Let's go to the Advanced Editor. Right now, we've got two steps. We've got our source step where we grab the information from that table out in Excel. And then we have a second step, and all the second step is pointing at the first step. Okay, so let's go ahead, click Done. I'm actually going to edit it here in the formula bar so it's a little easier to look at. So if you don't have a formula bar, just go to View, click on Formula Bar. So right now, the output step is grabbing the source step. But we don't want the entire source step. All we want is the total sales column. So to grab just one column, what you do is go up here, reference the table, and then at the end of your table reference, you hit square bracket and the name of the column that you want to grab. In this case, total sales. So it's source. So the output step grabs the source table, but more specifically, it grabs the total sales table, total sales column from the source table. And when I hit enter, I get all the values from total sales. So here's where we were before. Here's all the total sales. Look, 4258.56, 3232.32, right there. And there's all those same numbers. It's worth pointing out that if we click over here, the column is called total sales, and if we click over here, the column doesn't seem to have a name. It's just called list, and that's because this isn't a table anymore. This is a list. We're going to go more into lists later on, but for right now, the best way to think of a list is just a single column from a table. So it's a bunch of values just sort of in a collection with no particular order to them. Okay, so I'm going to go to File. I'm going to discard and close because we're done with that. We're basically going to practice again. I'm going to head over here to the category sheet. Click on the query here in category. This is going to be the query grab category query. Right click on it, hit edit. Okay, so now in this instance, we don't want to grab the total sales column. We want to grab the category column for whatever reason. So last time we did it up here in the toolbar. This time we're going to go do it in the Advanced Editor. I'm going to click up here on View, go to Advanced Editor. So right now we've got two steps. The first step loads the data from the table over in Excel, and the second step just points to the first step. Well, we don't want just the first step. We want the category column from the first step. So what we're going to do here is when we've named our step output. Right now it's defined as go grab the source table, but not the entire source table. We just want to grab one column from it. So we're going to do open square bracket, and we're going to do category. Close square bracket, and click OK. Oh, I think I've spelled it wrong. Let's see. Cancel. Let's see. Oh, there we go. Spelled wrong. There we go. So now we've taken the category column, which is a column in a table, and converted it. We've extracted it and turned it into a list, which is just basically sort of a one-column table, if you want to think of it that way. Okay, so I'm going to File, discard and close. We're done with that one. Let's do one more. We'll show you. We're not really going to do a lot of practical stuff about what you would do with this, but I'll show you just one, maybe so you can get like a taste of it. Okay, so in this one, we want to get the grand total sales. So we don't just want the total sales for each product. We want the total sales for all products. So we're here in grand total sales, that sheet. We're in the grand total sales query. We're going to right click on it and click on edit. Okay, so same deal as before. We're going to grab the total sales column. Let's go ahead and do it in the Advanced Editor. We're going to go up to View, go to Advanced Editor. Okay, so for the first step is go grab the data from the table in Excel. The second step right now just points to the first step. Well, we don't want the entire table. We just want the total sales column. So let's grab, open square bracket. We want to grab one column from that table. Well, which one do you want to grab? We want to grab total sales. right? And you might think you need to have this in quotes. You might think you need to do something like that, but you actually don't. The way M is designed, you don't need to have quotations in this particular instance. So we're going to go to the source table and grab just total sales. I'm going to click done. Okay, great. So we already did exactly what we did in the first step. We've extracted the total sales column here into a list here in our second step. Notice oddly it calls a second step navigation. That's just something that the Power Query does when you're sort of grabbing elements from a table. So I promised you we'd actually do something meaningful with this, so let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to head back over to View and go to Advanced Editor. So right now, we extract the total sales column from the source table, but we want to actually sum the whole thing up. So what we're going to do is we're going to do list.sum. And the list.sum function is, well, it's a function that sums up a list. So when we extracted this column from the table, we get all the values as a list, as just sort of a big collection of numbers or values, and all we're going to do is sum the whole thing up. So that's what list sum does. It only takes one argument, which is a list, and this is a list. So we're going to click done, and now we've got the grand total of all of our sales. So here's the total sales. In this step, we extract this column into a list and then sum the whole thing up using the list.sum function. Okay, well, I hope that was helpful, and I will see you next video.